presently, Nigeria operates almost 3 exchange rates. You have the official rate, you have the import-export rate, and then you also have the parallel market rate, the one that they call the Aboki FX rate. So all those rates are different. The fixed income, the government rate is about 465 naira. The import-export rate sometimes goes as high as maybe 500 and something or thereabout. And the Aboki own, it goes as high as 740, 750, 800. So what the president is saying that we will have a single exchange rate. We'll have both the government, there will no more be government exchange rate, there will no more be import-export exchange rate, and there will no more be Aboki FX exchange rate. We're going to have a single exchange rate. And so what does this, what does it mean to a Nigerian? Number one, if we have a single exchange rate, we begin to attract the right type of investors. Foreign investors who want to come into our economy because they know at the rate I'm coming in, I'll be able to exit at that rate with better profit. Not coming in at a rate of maybe 750 and you are exiting, the rate has gone to 800. Sometimes that does not encourage investment. So that means you must make turnover above and above beyond the rate you came in for you to make profit. So that also is going to attract foreign investors. Secondly, that also brings the price of goods and services. Yes, goods and services, especially in our country, that most of our services are services that we have. We import a lot of the product that we need, especially into our day-to-day run. So instead of you importing at 730 that you have to go and meet a bookie to get, or you go to the import-export window, it takes you a long time to get, or you go to the government own, which seems to be even longer. So you can easily get it at a fixed rate. Maybe if you have a single exchange, maybe it brings it to like maybe 600. You know that you are bringing in your goods at 600, and then you know that you are going to price it at that rate. Comparable to now, where some people will price their goods because they couldn't get FX, they bought it at 700. You don't expect them to sell it lower because they want to have return on their investment. So that also will help. Then for people that are paying school fees, people that are traveling, people that are going for holidays, so you know that this is the exchange rate, and that also will help. You'll be able to get the fund that you need. You prepare for it. Not that today you are saying, okay, 600, tomorrow is 700. Now, we are not saying that the rate will not go high, but it will not go. It could go high and it could go low because it's going to be market determining exchange rates. And once it's market determining exchange rate, that the market forces determine the rates. Now, why am I so confident that if it's converged at 600 because we expect that the naira to the dollar exchange rate will converge at about 600 to 650. If that happens, then what it means is that the CBN will have enough liquidity in terms of FX to begin to intervene in the market. So they will make sure that rate is maintained. They will not be doing the daily to day intervention that they normally do, but then they will intervene in the market when they realize that, okay, maybe the rate is going above what they think is the definite value of the exchange of the naira to the dollar or naira to the yen. Don't forget there is yen there, the Chinese yen. You mustn't forget that Asiwaju Bola Tinubu has a meeting with the Chinese, a special envoy from China. Maybe finally we'll see the swap deal whereby if you are doing business in China, you don't need to get Chinese yen. You just go there and give your naira and they give you the Chinese yen. You know, President Buhari did that, but unfortunately that never saw the light of day. Hopefully, if that happens again, remember that most of our transactions are done in China. So that will bring down the cost of goods and services. So what does that mean? That means now will dollar go up, will dollar go down? Especially those people that are holding dollar, believing that it will get to 1,000 naira or 800 naira or 900 naira. Please, as it is now, based on its policy statement, if you have dollar, if you can change it now to naira, better for you. But if you want to have dollar, you want to do investment, I would advise if you have dollar, the best thing for you to do is if you can change at the rate it is now and then begin to invest in naira, you get a high return because of the economic policy of this current administration, especially if it sees the light of it. I always put that quote, hopefully, don't go based on what they said. So, but what I'm saying, I can categorically tell you that the exchange rate will be single, but when will that happen? It could be sooner, it could be later, but I can say it confidently that the exchange rate will convert, will have a single exchange rate. Recently, there was a report that said that CBN has even devalued the currency to about 630 to 620, but they came out to say it was fake news. They debunked it. What the newspaper that carried that report is still saying that we have our fact, we stand by our report. What does that tell you? That tells you that what you call fake news is just that somebody must have improved upon it to make it fake. It's actually in news, or somebody add something to it. So definitely what it's trying to say is that we will get to that exchange rate. We will see the naira to the dollar exchange between 600 and 650. You can take my word to the bank.